creates the real magic? The world is his stage, and the love is the main actor. He's one of the most important wedding planners in the world. He is Bruce Russell. Hello Bruce, welcome to Rome. I'm very pleased and happy to have you like our guest. I'm very curious about your story, and so I would like to ask you immediately the questions. Can you tell us, how did you start your business? How and where it happened?
I started my business about, I think, just over 7 years ago. I've worked pretty much all of my life in hospitality. So I did sales, marketing, PR, and events for a number of luxury five-star hotels throughout Canada, the US, and internationally as well. And one day I had someone say to me in the midst of a day, say, "I wish I'd known you 3 years ago. You would have been perfect to plan my wedding." And that just planted the idea in my head that I then took a few years to develop. And here we are.
Bruce, you create the magic, and I think this is the most beautiful but the most difficult part of your job. How do you manage to meet all clients' needs?
That's a very interesting question. I think first and foremost for me, it's about understanding the clients and really having an idea and putting myself in their place as to what they want to achieve on the day with the occasion. And from there, it's open and honest communication. It's not about me, it's not my day. I can advise them, guide them, educate them, and I think it's about trying to be one step ahead of everything. If I can anticipate what they're going to want, I can deal with it and prepare for it before it becomes an issue.
Bruce, what do you prefer more about your job, and what do you prefer less?
I think what I love about my job is the personal details, and it's really about getting to know a couple and actually bringing their vision to life and the creative process that comes with. Probably would I prefer less, although I enjoy running my own business and having staff. It's probably the business elements of what I do. So the financials, the accounts, the strategies, all of that is probably less glamorous, if you want, than the actual planning.
Bruce, you do many destination weddings. I would like to know what are the things that you need to organize before, and do you usually use the local vendors or you use your own team?
With destination weddings, for me, again, it's, when working with a destination and working with the couple, it's about making sure that it's authentic. Yes, it would be very easy for me to bring everyone with me from London or from the UK that you know and trust. But I think the great thing about our industry is that we get to network and meet people from different destinations all over the world. And that facilitates relationships. And I truly love, if I'm working in a destination, to bring in the local suppliers, provided that they can provide what the client wants, meet the client's budgets, and work with me and I can trust them. I think the challenge sometimes becomes the communication or those elements, but that's all part of the job, really.
You are here in Italy because you're organizing a very important wedding. What about your experience with the Italians? Can you give us some advice, because we want to improve? Did you meet difficulties with Italian vendors?
No challenges that we haven't been able to iron out as of yet, and I think, and I understand this, coming from a hospitality background, when working with people in a destination where language may not be the first, the same language going in, I understand that people have a way of doing things that work for them, and it makes it easy and they're comfortable. How I work with clients, however, sometimes it's about, okay, well, you've done that for 3 weddings, we want something different. We want to take an element of that and that and that and create this. And it's really about, I think, again, the communication is so important, especially with second languages. But no issues that I haven't been able to resolve. But again, I think it's being able to put yourself in my shoes and in the client's shoes and understand the vision that they want to create. Because although they want to get married in Italy, they want to get married in Rome, they may want to get married at the same venue as so-and-so and so-and-so, but they want it to be theirs. They don't want the same wedding just repeated.
Bruce, according to your rich experience, can you give some advice to the future wedding planners?
I think the most important thing that I've realized in my career is that it's not about me. It's really understanding your clients. And as much as sometimes I would like to make things simpler and make my life easier, it's not what it's about. And I think if you remember what the day is about and what you're doing and who you're doing it for, that will keep everything in balance.
What is that special something that makes difference between one wedding and another?
I think it comes down to personalities, the personalities of the clients, my personality and what I bring to the creative process. And at the end of the day, every wedding is different because every client is different. The reason they're getting married in that destination or that venue, the people who are surrounding them, and I think at the end of the day, we can dress something up, we can make something beautiful, and the orchestration is magical, but it's the people. The people make that feeling.
What about new projects? What about new challenges?
It's when I have time to think of new projects and new challenges. I think for me, this year is really about trying to grow organically but internationally a little bit more, and do more of the destination weddings, or try to establish a name for myself within the industry but also globally, so that people understand and know the brand and know the person, so that when opportunities come up it makes things a little easier.
Bruce, if you could turn back the time, is there anything you would like to change in your career?
I'd probably start when I was younger, maybe. No, I think if there's one thing that I would change or do differently, might have been, as I mentioned previously, kind of the business aspect of running your own business. And my background is education and hospitality. So the creative side flows very well, but the business side might have been something I should have focused on a little bit more.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you.